Well, would you look at the time? It's already tripleS comeback season. Like I've said so many times before on this channel, tripleS is a truly unprecedented group. It borrowed the whole revealing members one by one thing from the Luna playbook, but it just kept going and going until now here we are, the complete 24-member sorority funfest. And it's that novel nature of the group that attracts so many people to it. There's countless possibilities and endless chaos. But if you've seen what I do on this channel, that sort of paragraph summary isn't enough for me. Now that Assemble 24 is completely in the rearview mirror, there's no better time to ask the question, what does 24 members really mean? Because it's easy enough to say, well, it means it's impossible to choose just one bias. Or, oh man, the annual food bill must be larger than the GDP of 10 countries combined. Or, if they visited my house, would there even be enough seats for them all? Like, seriously, would there be enough seats for them at your house? But through careful analysis, binging variety shows, and, you know, listening to what they say about it, I've identified 4 distinct aspects of a 24-member group that I would like to talk about today. These 4 aspects are what truly set tripleS apart from other groups, as opposed to just the whole, oh wow, big. So let's get started. If you want to see more K-pop escapades like this, remember to subscribe. It helps me out. But without further ado, let's begin with Aspect 1. tripleS can be everywhere, all at once. You ever see a K-pop group watching itself live on TV? No? Well, take a look. Look at the pride, the pure joy from face to face. With other smaller groups, moments like these are exceedingly rare, sometimes impossible altogether. But tripleS splits up all the time. In fact, 95% of the time they're on screen, they're not all together. Of course, there's the obvious fan-chosen subunits, but their flexibility goes far beyond that. They've dispatched 4 members to Tokyo, 12 to Osaka, 6 to Hong Kong, 4 to Taiwan, 4 to Dubai. I'm looking forward to the world tour where they're in 24 countries at the same time. I'm only half sure that's a joke. But it's not like splitting up is limited to the country scale. Take a look at the Girls Never Die dance. People go in and out. The girls who sing get the spotlight in the verses, and the dance break features the best dancers. All 24 appear on stage only a couple times in the song. This 8-act play of units coming in and out adds another layer to the performance. It's like mini cameos within the dance itself. And the cherry on top is, it gives the members a short break, which means they can do something as crazy as a mid-performance interview. And similarly, since you'll have a bunch of subunits performing in a row at concerts, it gives the other members plenty of time to change clothes and get ready for the next round.
나도 약간 시간이 더 여유로워졌어요. 사람이 많다 보니까 더 여유롭게 잡으니까 8분, 10분 안에 8명이 다 갈아입어야 되는 상황이었어서 그때가 더 힘들었어요. 그땐 진짜. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of organization and punctuality managing these ever-moving and mixing 24 members requires. Like, the girls will constantly substitute for members in songs they weren't even originally part of. It seems like each girl has to learn every subunit song, but how do they decide the roles? Like, here Nakyoung retains her role in Generation, but did the other 3 learn their parts specifically for this performance? Or did they and everyone else in the group already have assigned roles? If evenly distributed, that means there's 6 members in the group who can fill for any given role in Generation, or 3 for Girls' Capitalism, or it makes my head spin. But Modhouse makes it work. Hats off to them. They've created a K-pop group that can cover its own weaknesses and substitute for itself all across the world. Aspect 2. You literally can't focus on everyone. You ever try keeping track of 24 people? Maybe you're a school teacher or something, so you know how hard it is. If anyone thinks they could actually keep track of this many idols, that's great, but you probably didn't realize there's only 20 members in this video, so you've already failed. I mean, these girls have 5 managers for a reason. But while there's the constant danger that Yubin will wake up in her hotel room completely abandoned by her team, there's quite a few advantages for both the girls and Wave.
First off, when everyone's on the stage, practically no one will notice your mistakes. The chances that any one person is focusing on you when you're not the one singing is at very best odds 1 in 24. You're literally 8 times as likely to get accepted into Yooyeon's university. So that adds a bit of extra relaxation to the performance. Chaewon has commented how she was fine with the big group dances, but got nervous for her 4-member subunit performance. But think about all the advantages for Wave. You could theoretically watch a dance 24 times and see something new each and every time. I mean, just look at this. This stage is a complete mess, and I am here for it. Lynn and Sullin are partying, Chaewon and Soomin are having a romantic ball, Hyerin and Sohyun are pulling each other on an invisible string that Nakyoung rudely snaps to go pogo with Jiwoo and Yubin, Mayu and Seoah do booty bumps, Kotone shoves Yooyeon to hold hands with Chaeyeon, Shion and Nien start eating, typical, Sohyun and Xinyu do this, I guess? Hayeon gets partying with Joobin, and Dahyun, Jiyeon, Kaede, and Yeonji have a gopher moment. Like, that was all in the span of a few seconds. tripleS unequivocally have the most replayable dances out of any K-pop group. Same goes for reactions too. If you have even just 2 biases out of the 24 members, you'll have a reason to click that loop button. Oh, and bonus perk, with 24 pairs of eyes on the crowd at all times, it means eye contact and interaction with someone is inevitable. Have fun. Aspect 3. Size big actually means something. Okay, I know I mentioned size as a sort of gimme, but just their sheer scale actually enables a lot. For example, creative dance moves, like this part in Rising where they mirror themselves, or this part in Colorful where the members have a breakdance party. No group could pull that off quite as well, except maybe like NCT. Them just entering a room generates like a minute of content. But it also creates a bit of a problem. The members physically can't do a lot of things together. Like, they can have surprise birthday parties, but most rooms are physically too small to have everyone crowd the doorway, so you have these stragglers in the back who can't see anything. For that matter, they can only sorta blow out candles on a cake together. You'll also see sometimes that girls on the outskirts of the group can't hear what's going on in the center.
MBTI 뭐예요?
INFJ.
And good luck figuring out who's speaking in this clip.
Let's go. Let's go. 나랑 tripleS. 여러분 명론 나라.
다시 해보자.
But by far, my favorite incident has to be when tripleS jump scared a man waiting for the elevator.
엘리베이터도 24인승이에요. 미치겠어요. 저희가 4층에서 한번 내렸는데 저희 보고 백스텝 하셨어요. 오, 안녕하세요 이러셨어요. 도망가셨어요, 누구는.
Aspect 4. Variety and diversity. There's literally 276 different pairings of members in tripleS. If I make a guide on them, it'd be a 28-parter. Oh god. You'll never run out of new combinations of members. Like, ever. And the copious amount of signals, which I just made a video about, check it out if you haven't, show these combinations in never-ending displays of chemistry. Watching a music show behind-the-scenes signal from the Girls Never Die era is a full-on lottery in terms of who gets screen time. Unlike a smaller group, where you're pretty confident every member will get a moment, you never know until you watch. And each interaction is absolute chaos. With 24 members, it's hard to isolate one at a time, which means there's all sorts of silly background interactions. And, Yeonji glitching out? That's gotta be related to her contacts, right? Like, I'm not in the Matrix, right? Now, if you didn't already know, there's an over 9-year age difference between the oldest Yooyeon and the maknae Seoah. That brings me into the other side of variety, diversity. We have the idol good at physical activities, the music producer, the science major who can tutor the high schoolers, the Thai member, the Japanese line, the Chinese line, BB's sister. There's a lot of different folks here, which means they can really help each other out and be useful in the group. I wasn't lying when I said tripleS is like a sorority. It's not just about being a cohesive group anymore, it's about benefiting each other through their unique perspectives. Which brings me into my secret bonus last point. Bonus aspect. They're a big family. Y'all, I'ma say it. These girls have already made it in life. By being in tripleS, they've furthered their connections in the industry tenfold. Just think about it. Everyone here now knows 23 other idols. And, like, closely. If they stick out for each other, they'll never be unemployed again. I'm sure there'll be little tussles here and there, but the point is, their size makes them a force to be reckoned with. These girls have 23 other people to back them up, and that makes them the largest family in all of K-pop. Not bad. So I hope through this video, you now understand the merits of such a big group. It's easy to say it's too much, but the flexibility, the amount of content, the variety, and the sheer size create a niche that make them a valuable and exciting force that pushes the envelope in K-pop. Hats off to Modhouse and Jaden for once again making a group that I can say has fundamentally changed the standing experience. Oh, and hats off to tripleS for tolerating the equivalent of having 23 sisters. But thanks for watching. If you want to hear me talk more about this topic, check out my Patreon for a huge unscripted commentary about the making of this video. And if you want more fun and insightful K-pop content like this, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. But as always, I'll see you guys next time. Annyeong!